Be'ezrat Hashem, we are starting a new Siman today. You see, you could join. Welcome to join us. It's not an exclusive club. Everybody's welcome here at David High. Be'ezrat Hashem, right after Arvit, Mincha and Arvit together. Now in winter time, it's 5:15. Be'ezrat Hashem. No, Habibi, please don't. Next time when I collect for tzedakah for the poor people, I take from you. Okay, we don't need that now. Thank you. Okay. Oh, you want me to put it now? For there, we'll put it there now. Anyway, Be'ezrat Hashem, you're all welcome to join us. Anybody wants to come in and learn? Just get it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Matzliach, you should never need anybody's help. Okay. Anyway, so we're starting today. You could look at our YouTube channel, the 2 Laws Daily. Every night we'll be here right after Arvit. We start the Halachot. We're now going to start today Arvit. And where's Zohar? You want to get a Zohar on the line? Otherwise he's going to, going to get upset. We didn't call him. Let's see. I don't like it. See, that's the problem. One time you give him permission. Now there's going to be always like that. Okay. But I'm crazy. The more people learning with us is better. So tonight is already the 11th of Chodesh Kislev, which is going Wednesday night, going into Thursday, the 5th day of Dobiko Parashat Shabbat Vayishlach. Beautiful, it's fine. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Your think it's about everything, and Baruch Hashem, we're gonna have some cold air here now as well. Siman Reish Lamed Hey, please Bechavot, you read Siman because somebody is not answering the phone.
Okay, let's see. Zman Kiryat Shema.
Please leave your message for.
Okay. Usually we do Akdama, but it's okay. You already said Zman Kriyat Shema Shel Arvit. This is now we're going to discuss.
Hilchot Kriyat Shema Utfila Shel Arvit.
Yeah, and the next one, Reish Lamed Hey.
Reish Lamed Hey. Zman Kriyat Shema Shel Arvit. Ubo Dalet
Sifi. Okay, so now we have like this. We're going to start Reish Lamed Hey, but the Shulchan Aruch wants to point out.
Only 4 Seif?
No, like this. We're going to discuss two topics now. First topic is going to be Halachot Kriyat Shema of Arvit of the evening, and then Halachot Tefillah of Tefillah Arvit. Okay, so that's going to be in the next couple of simanim. Reish Lamed Hey is going to specifically talk to us about what's his name? About Kriyat Shema, the Shema Yisrael, Ativ the Torah. Okay, so then it's going to go all the way till Reish Lamed Zayin. So you're going to have 3 simanim about this topic. Kriyat Shema of Arvit and Arvit itself.
Okay. Aleph, Zman, Kriyat Shema, Balayla, Shim'at. Misha'at, Yetziat, Shelosha, Kochavim.
Beautiful. Uktanim. Okay, Zman Kriyat Shema, the time when you should start reading Kriyat Shema to fulfill the mitzvah. Mitzvah deoraita, to fulfill the mitzvah deoraita according to Torah, right? The evening Kriyat Shema. Okay, so that starts as soon as the 3 small stars come out, which is a later time, right? You have 3 large stars. We'll learn that in the Shabbat. It's very shayach. You have 3 large stars, 3 medium stars, and 3 small stars. Which obviously, they go in that order, that's the ones that are easier to see. The bigger one, the smaller one is the harder to see.
Yeah.
So obviously, that means you need more dark to see the small ones.
Yeah.
So says Shulchan Aruch that the Kriyat Shema, to fulfill the mitzvah Kriyat Shema, you must be aware that the 3 stars outside, the small ones, are visible already. Which we'll learn in later on what it means exactly. Ve'im
hu Yom Me'unan Yamtim Ad Sheyetze Hasafek Melibo.
Good. So now, what happens if it's a cloudy day? It's clouds outside. You don't see no stars. So again, in that scenario, you should know approximate time when the stars come out, and then wait a little bit after that to be 1,000% certain. So let's say last night, unless it's a Shabbos night, right, when the clock changes in America. But let's say it's not. It's a regular night. Last night was, let's say, 6:05. The stars came out last night here in, let's say, in Hollywood.
Nightfall, 3 stars, 6:07.
6:07. The question is which 3 stars? That's another question. He doesn't tell you that, right?
There's another one. More Nightfall, 72 minutes, 6:42.
Okay, so that's Rabbeinu Tam already. Okay, so okay. So let's work with that number 6:07. Okay. So last night was 6:07. Why shouldn't it be tonight 6:07 or 6:08? right? So wait till 6:10 to be Yotze Kriyat Shema. That's what Shulchan Aruch was saying. If the day is dark and what's his name, that your choishes that the day is getting longer, so wait for another minute or two, usually. Ve'im.
ואם כרעה קודם לכן
What happens if you read Kriyat Shema early? Because we know that the rumor already Shulchan Aruch has already told us that people daven sometimes already from 4:20 every day. Arvit, 4:25, right? So he's saying, what happened if you read it? לכן חוזר וקורא אותה בלא ברכות. Now remember, Kriyat Shema has ברכותיה, 2 before brachot, 2 before Shema Israel, and 2 after an Arvit, right?
Yeah.
So now you might say, okay, if the whole tefillah is including the Kriyat Shema and Berchotea, so the Kriyat Shema and its brachot, so maybe I should repeat the brachot. No, Shulchan Aruch tells you right up front, those brachot are no longer necessary. That once you already prayed Arvit and then you daven. Now, why are you repeating Kriyat Shema? Why is Kriyat Shema necessary? That's the Oraita. Brachot are
The Rabbanan.
the Rabbanan. Brachot are the Rabbanan. All the brachot are the Rabbanan except for Birkot Torah and Birkat Hamazon. So now you know that all the brachot are Birkat, that's the Rabbanan. So there, that you don't have to repeat.
Yeah.
Ve'im.
next page? ואם הציבור מקדימים לקרוא קריאת שמע מבעוד יום.
Remember, this is a very important. There's a big scenario, and the halacha it has a lot of standing. What is that? Community. If the community praying Arvit during the day, says Shulchan Aruch, continue.
קריאת
יקרא עמהם. קריאת שמע וברכותיה. ויתפלל, עמהם. Meaning the importance of the tzibur, put all your chumrot aside. The importance of community, if you're going to daven later by yourself, or you daven now with the tzibur, with the community, that trumps everything. The importance of the tefillah, say it with them. Community, yeah. The importance of the prayer, you must do it with the community. כשיגיע, however,
זמן קורא קריאת שמע
בלא ברכות. Good, so Shulchan Aruch, I don't know why did he have to, I understood all this. So he says, you should repeat the Kriyat Shema at night, nightfall without brachot. But again, why did you say that? I thought we said that here. Why is it, sounds like double Lashon over here, no? Sounds like double time that Shulchan Aruch was repeating the same thing. He just told us. ואם יקרא קודם לכן, חוזר וקורא אותה בלא ברכות. No, so what does that mean? Here you're talking about בציבור, ביחיד maybe?
Repeat that part again?
Again, here you just said, right? You said, "V'im kira'a kodem lachen." Shulchan Aruch in the second line. He says, if you read Kriyat Shema by itself before nightfall, before the 3 stars, the night stars, the dark stars, the 3 small stars, he says, "Chozer v'koreh otah belo brachot." So in that, I already have this whole next 2 lines.
No, but I think the first part was talking about with the Kahan, no?
It sounds like over here the first part is talking about Yechidut.
Yeah.
Even Yechidut. Here you might tell you, he's telling you, since the importance of Tzibur, you might think, I did it with Tzibur, why do I need to bother to repeat anymore? Since you do it with Tzibur, and it's a great prominent thing, and it's accepted in Hashem's eyes, we know that that's what Tzibur, Tefillah of Tzibur is never pushed over by Hashem, so maybe I'm Yotze Kriyat Shema Deoraita, so why do I have to repeat it? Says Shulchan Aruch, no, sounds like over here to me, this sounds like it's telling you this is the Yechidut Yidah. Daven by itself. And there you did Betzibur. Okay. Hagar, Imam. Let me read it.
Which brachot is it talking to avoid?
What?
Which brachot is it? The ones right before Shema?
The two before and 2 after. There's 4 brachot, right? You know the Mishnah, Mitzvah brachot. The Shacharit is 1, it's 2 before, 1 after. Before Shema Esrei. So those 2, the 3 brachot in the morning are shayach to Kriyat Shema. So same thing at night. The Mishnah says there's 2 in the morning, 2 in the before and 2 after. Which is that's called Birkot Kriyat Shema. Kriyat Shema or Birchotea, that's usually. So now that's the lingo that we use. That the brachot are not shayach to Shmoneh Esrei. Shmoneh Esrei is a different mahalach, different world, right? So now you have Kriyat Shema, which is surrounded by 2 brachot before and 2 brachot after.
We skip them. If we did Arvit right now, I would skip.
Yeah, then at night when you repeat yourself, you don't have to say the brachot anymore. You're not allowed to.
Not allowed.
Because
so
it's,
Shema.
You already fulfilled the brachot. You said the brachot. The prayer is accepted. The prayer is accepted. You did the prayer. You did the prayer. It's not a problem.
Now just doing
Now,
Shema
just
at the
because
correct time.
Kriyat Shema of the Oraita, you have not fulfilled. That's why you have to repeat it. Mitam safek. And since there is no brachot, there's not a problem. Lechoyre had Kriyat Shema required brachot. Let's say you would say a bracha like you make for what's the name Halel. Let's say if Kriyat Shema would require bracha like you would require for Halel, right? Before Halel we make a bracha. So let's say every night, every morning you must take a bracha, special bracha for Kriyat Shema to fulfill the mitzvah. Then lechoyre you would have to say the Kriyat Shema again bracha. Even though maybe many poskim will argue that you should not say Kriyat Shema earlier, because now you're going to Safek. You hear the catch-22? If I'm just giving you a hypothetical because no such a thing, nobody ever thought of that the Kriyat Shema requires the bracha. Actually, you did say bracha already for Kriyat Shema. When? When did you say bracha for Kriyat Shema? Every morning. Birkot Torah. Kriyat Shema is part of Limud Torah. So it's also again, so that they will say bracha for all the Torah, and that's including. But let's say, let's say, Halel is not, it's not Limud Torah, Halel is praise. That's why for Halel we have a different bracha. Because you might say, wait a minute, so why don't I make the bracha of Birat Torah the Halel? Because Halel is not Birat Torah. But Kriyat Shema is Limud Torah, because that's Limud Torah, that's the etzem of Limud Torah. So maybe, so that you already part of the bracha. You already made the bracha. Already in the morning. Okay. Now, let's do Haggah. And
what are the two brachot after?
you have Gal Israel and Ashkivein Avinu Shalom. The two brachot after.
Oh, that's during Arvit.
That's the.
What about when we go to before bed?
Oh, before bed, that's totally. First of all, it's a machloket if you should say bracha. When Shchai says not to say. Abraham says yes to say. It's called Kriyat Shema al
Can I read the whole thing with the brachot? That's why it's not a problem.
Not a problem. Not a problem. If you do that, it's not a problem at all. It's what?
I never say the full blessing. I will say because I sometimes might stay awake still. So
Right. That's the time of Ben Shchai not to say.
I said Baruch Hashem.
You're right. Say Baruch Hashem. It's kavanah of Hashem's name. That's the whole Ben Shchai on that because he says there's no guarantee you'll fall asleep.
Yeah.
And most people
They're still lingering. That's the thing. Like I don't.
Sometimes the wife gets in, nudges you. You know, you get angry at your wife, starts screaming.
No, but some things I might say like I don't know, like yeah, you might say awake and then like I want to say a bedtime Shema, but if I delay and do a bedtime Shema later on, then I forget to do it entirely. So I rather do it. Like,
so Rav Meir Eliyahu now is pushing in his role right after Arvit. Right after Arvit, they say Kriyat Shema Lamita. Finished.
Wow.
Yeah, say Kriyat Shema Lamita, and then do whatever you have to do anyway because most poskim don't agree with Ben Shchai. With the bracha.
With bracha?
Yes.
And still say.
Because Rav Ovadia pushed off Ben Shchai. Says even if you're going to be awake, even if you're not going to sleep right away. So Rav Meir Eliyahu made it deduced from there. He says they do Arvit in the yeshiva, right? They do in his bed midrash. They do Arvit, and right after Arvit they say Kriyat Shema Lamita all together with the tzibur. This way nobody forgets it.
Wow.
Which is listen, it depends. Probably 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock p.m. Arvit is not going to do it. We're talking about Mustama. We're talking about like us. We do. Why don't I daven here? By us, we daven Arvit 9 o'clock in our shul over there. So right after Lechoira, it's a good thing to do.
Yeah, because sometimes I like even for myself, like
so you're gonna go home by 11 o'clock. You'll be sleeping.
Or do like a shortcut, like the Yetzirah hits you like before you go to sleep. You get tired.
Beautiful, guys. Let's do Haggah a little bit. Okay? Let's do Haggah is right here. So Haggah says the Rama. ומיהו לא יחזור ויתפלל בלילה אף על פי שהציבור מקדימים הרבה לפני הלילה. Oh, says the Rama, let's say the prayer of the community before nightfall was long before. Long before. What does that mean really? We have klal of Plag HaMincha. From Plag HaMincha you can start on the Arvit, right? Which was, what is it, 4:23 today?
Plag HaMincha.
4:24. 4:24, alright. So you daven 4:25, you daven in Arvit, which is daylight, mamash daylight.
Yeah.
No, it does make sense. Don't say it doesn't make sense, but that's the halakha. Halakha, it doesn't have to make sense. Halakha is halakha. Finished. Okay? So now, it says about Rama, let's say they daven so early. Okay? Don't worry about it. אלא אם כן הוא רגיל בשאר פרשיות וחסידות, השאר פרישות בחסידות, unless this person is very elevated in certain az, what does that mean? The az la מתחזה כיורה מה שיחזור ויתפלל. Oh. Okay. So the question Okay, this is going to need to be a lot of discussion here. It says, Rama says that אף על פי שהציבור מקדימים בהרבה לפני הלילה, so if let's say they daven 4:25 today, ערבית, אלא אם כן הוא רגיל בשאר פרישות והחסידות. מי הוא לא יחזור להתפלל גם בלילה, אף על פי שהציבור מקדימים. ומי הוא לא יחזור להתפלל. Maybe over here it says לא יתפלל, maybe לא יחזור סתם קריאת שמע. Wow. Okay. Here, that's not me. I'm not confused. Biur Halakha is confused. He's like, what's going on here? Listen to this. ומי הוא לא יחזור להתפלל. What does that mean? So here's the Rama says, anybody who reads the Mishnah Berurah, Biur Halakha, you with me?
Yeah.
Biur Halakha, the second star. He says, anybody who's reading this Siman over here, don't get confused. I know it's very confusing. And Chafetz Chaim tells you right up front, Halashon megumgam. Something is wrong here. Doesn't make sense. What do you mean not to be praying unless you know you're a righteous person and everybody knows that you're righteous, therefore you could pray again? What? That's exactly I got confused here. Those are the words of Rama. And Mishnah Berurah is like, and that's why I didn't want to translate it yet. I was embarrassed because I didn't understand what he's talking about. But now that I see Chafetz Chaim, he's very much again not happy with his words, because what does that mean? You could pray again if you are a person who puts on tefillins. If you're a person who puts on tefillins, so now you're a normal person. For you, it's normal. Nobody's gonna say you're a Bagaba. This is exactly the words of Rama. I was so afraid to translate it. If you noticed. Sometimes you read these things like, whoa, what's going on here? So Chafetz Chaim says like this. This language is very vague and very peculiar. וכיוון שהוא מתפלל עמהם לכתחילה משום דאין תפילתו של אדם נשמעת אלא עם הציבור. I don't understand. First rule is, Chafetz Chaim says, prayer of a man with a community does not extend in the front of it. That's the best prayer. פשיטה שלא יחזור ויתפלל משום ברכה לבטלה, for sure. There is no returning and saying the bracha again of the brachot of Arvit. That's bracha levatala. What are you saying? ועוד, דמן דרגיל בפרשות, איך אפשר אלה לחזור ולהתפלל? I don't understand. Just because you are a person who puts on tefillin and you're meticulous and certain elements more than others, so what? That makes you permission to do brachot levatala? What's going on here? ואפשר כוונתו כמו שכתב הרב. So now, Chafetz Chaim is going to try to explain something with this Rama is very strange. So he says that maybe this is the intent. כמו שכתב הרב, היי ומובא בבית יוסף. Maybe the rabbi over here wrote on something in reference to this, and also it's brought down in בית יוסף, that what? שיש נוהגים להתפלל עם הציבור תפילת נדבה. Oh. There are some, remember that scenario we had with the Siman, Reish, Lamed, Dalet? Right? We were all confused. What does that mean? You want to daven two mincha? If you want to have mincha gdola, mincha ktana, remember that? What does that mean? What is going on? One is nedava, one is chova, right? Good. So that's what's happening here. Arvit, you have that also rule. You have the rule. What is that? Like this. Arvit, real time for you is what? Tzedek Kochavim. You want to daven like a normal human being. But what can you do? You have a community now davening. You're going to say, no, I don't want to daven with them?
No.
So it says over here, maybe this is what it means. That the tefillah that you're doing with the community, you're davening as a nedava. Because remember, it's during the daytime. It's not the time that you like to pray. But since the community is praying, you don't want to go away from them, join them. So what's your prayer? What's your intention here? Says Chafetz Chaim. Maybe here, and that's what maybe Rama is implying on, that you're praying a prayer of nedava, a gift to Hashem. You're not hayav. When you want to do chova at night. ואחר כך בזמנה מתפלל עוד תפילת חובה. And then you're going to daven Arvit after the stars come out.
Twice?
Yes, that's right.
Why pray
Shmoneh Esrei, we said that b'mincha time. You're praying mincha gdola as a nedava, and mincha ktana as a chova. We have such a concept. So Chafetz Chaim says, it's very strange, this language of Rama is confusing. It's totally off. Doesn't make sense. What do you mean a person should, because he's a chassid, because he puts on two tefillins, let him daven twice? What does that mean? So you know what it means? That's what it means. That obviously if a person is a chassid, and we already said that it's better, the best thing for prayer of Shema Esrei to be repeated 1,000 times a day. If you know, we already spoke about that, right? So same thing over here. So since this person that puts on tefillin and he's behaving in a certain ways, people will not say that he's a Baal Gava. Nobody's going to suspect him that he's all of a sudden overreacting. This is not the way he is. What are you going to do?
So in your case, when you wait for us here, it's like you're praying right now. You would do it.
No, I pray Mincha with you. I don't pray there with you. I don't wait there. I come in here. I leave you for a week.
So Arvit, you don't.
I don't do
So in
nothing.
this case, it's saying you could pray twice, like pray
Right.
with
But
every
my
day.
Rebbe never did it, and I don't learn anything from the books. I don't learn halacha from a book. I learn what my Rebbe's did. If I see the Rebbe's did it, I do it. If not, I never heard of such a thing. Because just because there's an early Arvit here, let me tell you. Because by me, it's not a problem. Over here, he's talking about a person who's not going to have a tzibur. When you have no community later on, you have to pray now.
A lot of options.
Yeah, the Baruch Hashem by us. So sometimes Arvit we don't have. Like say Sunday, I didn't daven by us. Because Sunday is already Chazakah, we're not getting in minyan. We already tried so many times. It's so hard. Nobody's working, and maybe everybody's working, and on Sunday nobody's working. Everybody's home, so everybody has Arvit early, which is not true. Also, if I'm going to push
What
for
do you
it,
do in that case?
I daven with you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I have no choice. I daven with you. I daven by myself.
You
ended up.
always pray Arvit at night? Like,
Yeah. 9 o'clock, don't you know? You have a text.
No,
You get a text every night.
Yeah.
I know you, right?
Yeah. No. Like, you always did it like that? You pray like at 9?
I like to pray Arvit.
Official nightfall, basically.
I never listen. I grew up with Ashkenazim. That's the way it is.
Oh.
Ashkenazim is like only in certain days, like when I had to pray with the Sephardim. I daven most of the Ashkenazim. Most of my prayers all my life is about Ashkenazim kimat. Except for Yomim Tovim, except for Shabbatot. This is daven Sephardim. But in Brooklyn, every corner you have Ashkenazi people. So I daven with them all the time. So over there they're makpid to wait till night and all the whole time.
Nighttime?
Yeah. אוקיי, ואפשר כמובן כמו שכתב רב חי ומובא בבית יוסף שיש נוהגים להתפלל עם הציבור תפילת נדבה ואחר כך תפילת חובה, אוקיי. וכתב בית יוסף, בזה צריך שיהיה מכיר עצמו, שיהיה זריז וזריז בכוונה עיין שם. Oh, now what's happening here, at night he's going to daven by whom? By himself. So in there, but Yosef says you better be very careful. If you want to daven by yourself as a tefillat chova, you're going to be very cautious that you're doing a proper business. There's no playing games. ולזה אפשר דכיוון האחה בהגהה. So maybe that's what the Ramah here implies. That's what Chafetz Chaim wants to explain the Ramah. ומצאתי אחר כך, so this is the first interpretation of Chafetz Chaim on this Ramah, which is very strange. So then it says Chafetz Chaim, I found something else. ומצאתי אחר כך שכן היה מפרש הלבוש. Then I found the levush, which is much earlier than Chafetz Chaim, right? Ramah is 300 years preceding Chafetz Chaim. So Chafetz Chaim is just assuming that's what he means. But he says the levush who were closer to Ramah would explain exactly what Ramah means. Exactly that's what he meant. So the levush says that's what Ramah meant. עיין שם, אבל באמת says, listen, even though levush is explaining what I'm telling you, I love Chafetz Chaim, but this is dochak. אבל כל זה dochak. This is not acceptable. These explanations are not acceptable whatsoever. I love this when they build a strawman and then they knock him down. I love it. המעיין במקור הדברים, במרדכי, but however, look at what Mordechai said over there. ובהגהות מימוניות ובתרומת הדשן, you'll find over there, יראה שלא נזכר כלל לחזור ולהתפלל. I don't understand. Where is this Ramah coming? The words "chazor leitpalel," go back and repeat the prayer, is a big problem. Those words in itself is a problem. אלא כתבו כולם דצריך לנהוג כדעת רבינו תם לקרוא ולהתפלל אחר פלג המנחה. So everybody over there, בפה אחד, they all agreed that because of this problem, this scenario, this question that we just brought up, these both, who are this three tzaddikim, you have תרומת הדשן, הגהות מימוניות, and Mordechai, they all say you should pray Arvit, start prayer Arvit רק only after פלג מנחה ends. והנוהגים, ונוהגים לאחר בקריאת שבע ותפילה עד צאת הכוכבים, מחזה כיוהרה. אוקיי? Now, одну секунду, רבי יעקב, זאת יודעת, заканчиваем урок. והנוהגים לאחר בקריאת שבע ובתפילת עד צאת הכוכבים, מחזה כיוהרה. Oh wow. Okay, sorry. They're saying these three giants told us to pray Arvit after start of Plag Mincha, and you should especially not wait like Ramaran, to wait till the stars come out. Because if you wait till the stars come out, it's like you are a Bal Gava.
You showing off?
Showing off. Oh, that's a problem. בכוונתם משום דפורש מן הציבור. Oh, why is that a problem? Because that's not what the community does. What does that mean? You're waiting till after Arvit, but the community is doing it now. If you have a community, another community, this generation doesn't apply. Because every corner we have different communities. You will be joining with this community today, with different communities. So that's not a problem. Right. But if you have one community in olden times in Europe, that's what it was. One shul for the whole town.
Yeah.
Not like we have today. So if it's going to look like you porosh b'tzum shkorim at mitpalelim achar plag mincha. So everybody davens Arvit right after starting of plag mincha 4:25 and on. You coming over here and you're going to start changing things around. That's a problem. וכתב בית יוסף דלעניין תפילת יש לסמוך עליהם שלא לפרוש מן הציבור ולהתפלל עמהם בשווה. So בית יוסף says you should not be poresh min hatzibur, distance over the community, but rather pray with them, even plag mincha. This is talking about, let's say I'm coming from the town where they daven Arvit always after tzedek kochavim. Now I'm coming to town in Europe where they're only davening plag mincha. Or here in Florida, most shuls, Sephardic shuls, they pray mincha and Arvit together. Yeah. That right away a little bit irritates me, but that's a different story, right? Finish them both together and everybody retire. Everybody's home already 6:30. They retire for the day. That bothers me a lot. אבל בקריאת שמע של הרוב, nobody cares what bothers me, but the truth of the matter is that if they don't do that, they won't pray at all. Just to let you know. If they don't pray Mincha and Arvit, they'll go home 6:30. They'll sleep. They'll eat and go watch relaxing themselves something. Smoke a cigar and go to sleep. Drink a little bit and go to sleep. So that's the style of Florida. Yeah. So again, if we could revive people and tell them, listen, let's go. We have shiurim at 8 o'clock. We have shiurim at 9 o'clock. Let's learn Torah until 10 o'clock. You go to sleep then. Yeah. It's a good thing. אבל בקריאת שמע שלרוב הפוסקים לא יצאו קודם צדק כוכבים. Oh, so over there it's talking about prayer. Till now we spoke about the prayer. The question is קריאת שמע. קריאת שמע, most rabbis say if you read קריאת שמע called Rabbi Yehuda, you're not יוצא. If you say קריאת שמע 4:25 and on, you're not יוצא. That's most poskim. That's without a doubt. Without a doubt, you're not יוצא. בוודאי מותר לו לאחר בקריאתו עד צאת הכוכבים. So there, the person should wait, if he wants to wait, the laws of Kriyat Shema, if he wants to wait Kriyat Shema, wait till after the stars come out. וכן היטיב בדרכי משה, this is how the way brought down בדרכי משה, וכפי הנראה, טעות סופר הוא בכאן. So it's obvious something is very strange in this Ramah. And the only answer I have here, says Chafetz Chaim, it's a printing mistake, typo. It's a typo. Over here, it's not, ומי הוא לא יחזור ויתפלל, we have to say, what do you have to say here? ומי הוא לא יחזור ויקרא בלילה, אף על פי שהציבור מקדימים הרבה לפני הלילה. Maybe that's what it means. Maybe Ramah is going to come and tell you that he should not להתפלל to pray, it means over here לא לחזור לקריאה. Maybe the mean over here that he doesn't say, he says once you said Kriyat Shema with the community, even at 4:25, some hold, don't say it at night maybe. Maybe that's what he wants to say. That's what Chafetz Chaim, right? וצריך לומר מי הוא לא יאחל להתפלל בלילה. No, says no. Say over here that it means to say he should not pray at night anymore. וכן הוא באמת הלשון בתרומת הדשן. This is how the תרומת הדשן brings down עין שם. והדברי המחבר קאי. And this is talking about the prayer of Arvit. You should not pray once you prayed 4:25. Since a person might be in safek, am I yotze, not yotze? Maybe you might think that he wants you to repeat again after the tzedek kochavim. No, you don't. וכן הוא באמת הלשון בתרומת הדשן. אוקיי, וכוונתו דאף על גב דלעניין קריאת שמע, אם ירצה להמתין בקריאת שמע וברכותיה עד צדק כוכבים, בוודאי שפר ערבית. Oh, no. Chafetz Chaim is telling you what's happening here. Maybe the rabbi wants to tell you that you should not say the brachot and kriyat shema until after tzedek kochavim. But you should what? You should pray the Shemona Esrei with the community. You hear? 4:25 and on, you should pray Shemona Esrei with the community. But say brachot kriyat shema after tzedek kochavim. You hear what's going on here? This is what he's telling us. Maybe that's what it means. אם ירצה להמתין בקריאת שמע. אוקיי, בוודאי שעה בערבית, because this is a good thing. וכמו שהמנהג באמת בזמננו, אבל על כל פנים 18 יתפלל עם הציבור. Do everything possible, pray the 18 with everybody. ואם גם ימתין בתפילה, מחזה כי הוא רע, אפשר עוד הלשון יחזור שתפה דלשין ההוא משום דאגה בקריאת שמע, לפי המנהג שקוראים הציבור וכתב חוזר. נקט גם החוזר, והכוונה כשהוא רגיל, בפירוש אחר להתפלל בתוך חג. אוקיי. So let's say we're gonna say really, Rama really means what he says, whatever it says over here. Because you know the typo is a very easy scapegoat. To say typo, it's not so pashut, especially we, the Jewish nation, we are very meticulous in everything. To say just a typo and bye-bye, now you're yotze. It says maybe it really means. It should mean that if a person puts on tefillin and he's always careful about doing mitzvot with more zest, with more, maybe he doesn't want to pray 425. He wants to pray later. So maybe that's what the Rama really means. That this time, if he prayed early, then he should not go back, unless he's a like like a baba, like an important person. Yeah. So now look at the ish Matzliach here. It Matzliach wants to add number 8. לאו דווקא שלא כתב גבי קריאת שמע חוזר, אלא כוונתו כיוון דקריאת שמע שהוא צריך, אז הוא כתב גם כן בתפילה חוזר. So, Ish Matzliach, the rabbi of Kisei Rachamim, he's going to put more salt on the fame. You know what the Rambam really meant? That since you have to repeat Kriyat Shema, repeat the whole prayer. That's what he really meant. No, go and go, and I don't know what you're going to do with yourself. That's very hard. That's very hard to swallow.
Yeah.
Right? But you know what? He said it. And B'ezrat Hashem tomorrow we'll go into Mishnah Brura, B'siyata Deshmaya, with Hashem's help.
No,
We'll try
we're still
to
going to be here. We haven't even gone over here in the Mishnah Brura.
Yeah, but we did all this just to prepare ourselves. Introduction of this Siman. B'ezrat Hashem, Baruch Adonai Olam Amen. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully to see you tomorrow night.